that is a level of organization and leadership where I think that is where I get excited when I see people who are able to take the ball and actually move things forward.
Yeah, I mean, but when you mention evidence, right? It's like step one, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at conviction. You could say who's right, who's wrong. People make this argument, right? Yeah. And if you bring evidence and people refuse to engage with the logic and refuse to acknowledge the evidence, that's where they're going to land anyways. Oh, who knows? Things could be, they could not be. And you got to have a conviction. Look, let me give a perfect example. Declaration of Independence. You've done this, you've done that, you've done this, you've done that. Right now it's on site. We have a conviction. We've put this evidence together. You could say, well, why don't you get some more evidence? No, evidence getting is out the window. We now have a conviction and it's on site. And so my issue is I don't see the on-siteness. That's not a word, but you don't get the conviction.
You have to actually make decisions to say, this is my threshold. These are my boundaries. And these are my deal breakers. Once you hit these deal breakers, you cross this threshold and there's no more talking about it after that.
Right. And then that spills back into decisiveness. That spills back into masculinity. Because to me, this perpetual conversation having stuff, like this is why masculine men, they just come in and they just start doing stuff. And I'm not saying that that's great. It would be great to be thoughtful. It would be great to entertain the ideas on the table, but I need you to do things at the end of the day too. You know, it's not about ideas to have another. I hate when you have a conversation in a meeting and it's like, okay, let's have a meeting before the next meeting for when we have this other conversation. Man, come in the door, figure out what you want to do, get there, have conviction, execute, done.
Right?
I'm tired of this stuff.
Done. We should have done this, talking about this and playing this game at home. Like we did not need to have a meeting. We were just going to have ideas. You could have submitted those ideas via email. Then right. That is a different goal. Goal in this way is actually make something happen.